Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in with our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, you know, I'm a firm believer in the old Field of Dreams adage, if you build it, they will come. And I believe as an entrepreneur, if you're able to fill a need, you'll be able to find an audience for that need. Our next guest is definitely proof of that. We're excited to welcome Luis Manta to our program today. Luis is someone who saw a need only for himself for a healthier drink, but also something that he believed other people would love as well. The result has been Soul Juice, which is something that's really taken off. We're going to talk to Luis not only about the making of Soul Juice, but also what it's been like for him to see the impact he's been able to have, but also what it's been like for him as an entrepreneur to do something that he loves and to share that with all of us. Luis, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Cyrus. Appreciate you having me. Stoked to be here.
Well, look, the pleasure's definitely on mine. When I was prepping for this segment, and shout out to Zach Tepperman of ZTPR for connecting us, I thought it was so interesting in watching other interviews you've done and kind of seeing how this all began. So I want to ask you about that, Luis. Could you have imagined when this all began in your college dorm that you would now be able to have a product that's literally being available for the world to enjoy?
It's crazy, Cyrus. I never imagined blending stuff in my dorm room would then be in multiple states across the U.S. and multiple major accounts. It's been a wild ride, but I'm just really happy that I'm able to help people that were struggling with the same things I was struggling with. So it's been a cool journey, and yeah, it kind of shows anyone can create something on their own and help create a business and help create jobs.
Yeah, and I think, too, Luis, the other thing about this, and what I've noticed, and I'll let you expound on it, is that this began from something personal. You yourself needed something that was better for you as an athlete at the time, and you figured, of course, other people would enjoy that as well. Talk to us about that. What was that like for you to have something that was so personal to yourself, being able to make a connection with your audience?
Yeah, so I was a Division I college soccer player at St. Louis University, go Billikens. And I had an allergic reaction to Gatorade. So red dye number 40 that's found in a lot of sports drinks that people typically consume today. I broke out in hives, had to start carrying an EpiPen, and I realized that the products I was putting in my body that I thought were going to help me be the best athlete I could be were actually hurting me. So I didn't like coconut water and was just looking for just a natural hydration alternative that a lot of other people out there are looking for too, that they like the taste, they want to stay healthy. And so I found the Korean pear. My mom grew up in Asia, so I was accustomed to eating Asian fruits and vegetables. Started blending it in my dorm room, and that's kind of how Soul Juice was born. We're the first all-natural Korean pear juice on the market. Soul Juice has half the sugar of apple juice, so it's low in sugar, and it has as much potassium as a banana, so it keeps you hydrated and helps you work out.
And I noticed, too, in one of the television interviews you did, Luis, there were pictures of you even at events, it may have been parties, actually showcasing Soul Juice and even one of your friends saying, you have to stop giving this away. You know, people will buy this. You know, it's really good. What was that like for you to hear? Because those are magical words to an entrepreneur. I will pay you for this. So what was that like for you to have someone tell you that?
Oh, 100%. It was an interesting transition. I'm sure as many entrepreneurs, I didn't go into it thinking this is going to be a business. I did it mainly to help myself and something cool my friends enjoyed. And, yeah, that was kind of the light bulb moment. My buddy TJ Decker said, hey, stop giving this to me for free. I want to pay you. And that was kind of the click. It was like, oh, wow, I actually created something that brings value to other people that they're willing to pay for. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that listen to your show that have an idea or they have a family recipe they cook. I strongly encourage them to start trying to turn it into a business because you never know where you can take something like this. It's been an incredible journey from a blender in my dorm room on campus to us having a massive manufacturing facility, and we're going to be supplying 4 to 5 states by the end of the year. So it's just really exciting that something that started so small as a passion project has now become a business.
Such an incredible thing, man. So let's talk about entrepreneurship for a moment, Luis, because I don't know the answer to this question, so I'll be finding out with our audience. If I had met you at the time when you started Soul Juice, is entrepreneurship something that you were already interested in, or was it something that evolved with this need for something better for yourself?
So I didn't even know what the word entrepreneurship meant when I first started Soul Juice. I was a soccer player. Honestly, I went to school on a soccer scholarship to play soccer. I decided to take business classes because that was something I was interested in, but I was mainly a soccer player. So Soul Juice kind of helped me become an entrepreneur. And since then, I've seen a lot of crossover from being an athlete to being an entrepreneur. You know, I have to take care of my body. I have to take care of my mind. I have to practice every day. So I've kind of become an entrepreneur through Soul Juice, and I love it a lot. There's a lot of similarities to being an athlete, and it's just fun to be able to create something out of nothing and to help people that are looking to hydrate and stay healthy.
You know, Louise, I want to ask you this. I mean, I think when you're doing something for yourself, even though, of course, you want it to be good, right, there is, I think, less risk maybe or less attention to what other people would think. I could imagine as an entrepreneur, though, to go from just having this being something that you enjoyed was good for you, and then to being able to mass produce it, there has to be some type of anxiety there about the what if. How did you overcome that? Because I think for a lot of entrepreneurs, that's the thing, right? We like what we do, but we're not necessarily sure if other people will feel the way we feel about it. How did you kind of overcome those feelings, or was that something you experienced?
Yeah, so that was the original. I didn't even think about charging for it because I was just making it for myself, and I would make extra for other people that wanted. So when my friend TJ said he would buy it, that's when I started just taking feedback from everyone else, because I was like, I like this concept, but I wanna help other people, and that's the big motivation. So I tell other entrepreneurs, if they're trying to create something, you need to have that core of helping other people in your business model, because that's what's going to carry it, and that's what's going to drive you as well. Because I'm sure other entrepreneurs, when they're creating something just for themselves, they get tired. You know, it's not as motivating. But when you're out there helping other people and listening to their needs, that really helps the business. So I honestly had the idea about 6 years ago, and we didn't launch until last year. So I spent 5 years just asking other people what they thought, trying out different formulations. My little brother was kind of my lab rat. And every single blend I would do, I'd have him take a couple sips as well to get me feedback, and we slowly made what is now today Soul Juice. But it's been a long process, and I'm just very grateful for all the feedback I've gotten from our customers. And with me being the only full-time employee, our customers are our full-time marketing department. So that's why we've been able to grow so fast, just because we have so many great customers that give us feedback and help us grow and tell local stores that they need to carry us. So it's really the heart of our business is helping our customers, and I suggest anyone trying to start a business really start there and expand.
Louise, in prepping for this segment, I placed my order on Amazon, one of our partners here at Conversations Live. And one of the things I want to say to our audience out there, and we'll link up for those joining us via the podcast, is that when they go to ingredients, because that's always one of the things I check, there are literally only 3 ingredients that are listed for Soul Juice. So have you found that is one of the things that is part of the marketing appeal, that people are like, because even the reviews that are coming in on Amazon already this year, people talk about the great taste and what it's good for. Is that part of the appeal that you've heard also, Louise, is that they're not putting a lot of different things in their bodies, that it really is something that is natural for us?
So first of all, thank you for ordering, man. I'll make sure you guys are continually stocked up as well. I'll get in touch with Zach on that. But yeah, the 3 ingredients is huge. That's something personally I wanted, because, and I'm sure you know, when you turn over the back of an ingredient label, you want to put things in your body that you know what they are. You don't want to put chemicals in. You don't want to put things that you can't pronounce in your body. And a lot of my customers were saying that, like, hey, Luis, I want a hydration product, but every time I go to buy something, it has 20 ingredients. I can't pronounce them. I don't even know if it's good for me. And I wanted to create something that was just fruit and water. I knew humans have been around for thousands of years consuming fruit and water, and that's what helps us hydrate. So for me, it was really important just to do that. And yeah, our Soul Juice is just water, cream, pear, and lemon. That's it. That's all you're getting in your body. And it has that much potassium. It has low sugar. So, yeah, there's definitely ways to create natural products out there. I know there's there's some big beverage companies that don't necessarily always put their customers first, but at Soul Juice, we're just really trying to be transparent and give people exactly what they want.
Yeah. Let's talk about the entrepreneur side again for a second here, Louise, because I find this is an interesting dance that you're able to do, right, in being able to do work that is satisfying, which is what I have loved about what I'm able to do, but also knowing that you're making a difference. How much of when you kind of go into the process of something like Soul Juice, and I'm sure there are other things that you plan on doing as well, have you found that putting that customer, putting the consumer front of mind, has that kind of been the guiding light for you in what you choose to do?
Yeah, that's always where I start. So I start with our customers, and I ask them what they're looking for and what's important to them. And I suggest anyone trying to build a brand or a business really starts there, because that's what you live and die by. You know, that's how you generate revenue. That's how you're going to grow. Word of mouth marketing is the most powerful marketing tool on the planet. It's what we're doing right now, you know, talking about what Soul Juice is. Other people who watch your show are going to tell others about it. So that's really what I'm about, is just trying to help others. And it's so motivating to drive me and wake up every morning knowing that I'm helping other people make their lives better and help make healthier choices. So for me, it's just a really cool thing that I get the opportunity to help others each and every day. And yeah, anyone that's trying to start a business, if you put others first, you're going to be successful. You know, whether it's monetary success or just personal success, like the core to that is helping other people and being genuine about it. And it's just really rewarding to be able to do that.
One of the things that people will find when they go to souljuice.com, Louise, is the personal story. And I thought about that when I was prepping for this segment, because we're able to see the pictures like the one I mentioned with you, with your roommate there, at the lunch in 2016. Talk to us about that and what that's like for you to reflect on yourself. Because I think, let me say for myself personally, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you're so busy in the doing, you don't stop and kind of reflect and say, wow, I've been able to do this. I've been able to do that. I've been featured in this place and on this place. What has that been like for you, or have you had the time to really kind of sit back and look at this past 6 years and all that has happened?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I try and look back and be thankful for every single step, because I never imagined it even getting out of my dorm room. So the fact that we're helping people across the nation has been huge. And I try and reflect as much as possible and help others, too, that are going through the same type of issues and wanting to start a business. What's really cool, actually, is this month I'm flying back to St. Louis University. We have a big launch in St. Louis. We're launching across the entire city. And I'm going to go speak at the university where I started blending the ingredients and talk to other kids who want to start businesses and help out there. So for me, doing things like that, just looking back and seeing how far I've come, seeing all the help that I've received from other people, that it's been huge, and just paying it back to the place that helped me out, and to other kids that were just like me, that have dreams and want to help other people, and just helping guide them. Because entrepreneurship is a really difficult road, and there's a lot of ups and downs that go with it. But I'm just very grateful that we've had the success we've had so far, and that we just continue to grow. And I just tell anyone else trying to do the same thing, as long as your heart's in the right place, you're going to feel great about it, and there's going to be a lot of special moments.
Such a great point, and such a great conversation with you, Louise. Really appreciate this. Again, everyone, Luis Manta has been our guest. He's the founder and creator of Soul Juice. It's a Korean pear juice that is not only healthy but also tasty as well. As I mentioned, mine is on the way. I ordered mine through Amazon, but you guys can also, if you don't want to go to Amazon, you can go to the website souljuice.com, and we'll link that up for you guys as well. Louise, congratulations to you again. Safe travels to you as you continue to be able to share the message, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Awesome. Thank you, Cyrus. Appreciate your time and love the show. Thank you for having me.
Hey, glad to do it. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.